everybody, and welcome back to another episode of KW's Connect podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Walubita, and if you guys haven't watched the latest episode of KW's Connect podcast, make sure you guys go watch it, where I talked about my deleted videos off of YouTube, which was pretty interesting. If you guys want to go check that out, link is in the description for YouTube, and if you're on Spotify, just go watch it, or listen to it. You can't watch anything on Spotify. You can't listen to anything on Spotify, right? Well, anyways, in today's episode, this one's a little bit of a scary episode for me and maybe for the listeners. So I'm gonna be talking about the 2 days that I almost died and how I'm just gonna be explaining to you guys the story about how I shouldn't really be here right now, to be honest. But yeah, here we go. So, this was 2020. No, 2020. No. It wasn't 2020. There's two stories actually, and each of them will be like about 5 minutes long, hopefully, if I don't get carried away. But yeah. So the first story. This happens to be about 7 years. No. Like 8. Yeah, about over 7 years ago, from like 2024. I mean, not 20. Oh my gosh, this is why I hate about podcasts. I don't want to edit this stuff out, but it's all the raw footage that's going to be in this video. But anyways, 2014, alright? It was 2014. I was like 7 or 8 years old. I'm pretty sure I was 8. And what we were doing is me and my family, my family and I, we were at a place called Hibachi. And they used to have really good food there, but now they don't. They suck. But anyways, Hibachi was like a Chinese restaurant, and what we did was, it was the day we got out of school for Thanksgiving break. Mind you, again, I was like 7, 8 years old at the time. So, if you guys didn't know this about me, is that I'm allergic to peanuts, or just nuts in general. Like, I can't have any almonds, I can't have any cashews, or tree nuts, stuff like that. I can't have any of those unless I die, and that's what I'm pretty much going to be talking about in this episode. But pretty much what happened was, we were eating at Hibachi, everything was all good. The place actually used to be really good back then. I don't know what they did with their food, it just doesn't taste the same. But yeah, what happened was, I ate a cookie. I ate a cookie, but let me bring it back a few. So, I remember this just like it was yesterday. My dad and my sister, they went to go use the bathroom. And we got done eating, we got all our food, everything was A-okay. Everyone was feeling great, got out of school, it's Thanksgiving break, we just have a break and we could sleep in. But anyways, I don't want to get carried on, I don't want this podcast to be a 30-minute episode, but just an emotional episode. But anyways, so what happened was my sister and dad went to go use the bathroom, and I was with my brother Yo-Yo. And so what happened was, we went to go have dessert before we left. So what happened was, let me think, so what happened, man, the raw footage, I wish I could edit this part out. But anyways, what happened was, we went to go get dessert, there was cakes, there was ice cream, there was cookies, and of course, 7 and 8 year old me decided, 78, 7 and 8 year old me decided to go get a cookie. And at that time, I don't know if I remember that I was allergic to peanuts, because I don't think I really knew I was allergic to peanuts. I'm pretty sure at that young age. I don't think I knew I was allergic to it until after the entire incident happened. But what happened was, oh my gosh, this is so weird. I think I did know that I was allergic to peanuts, and I decided to risk it. So I asked my brother, went to go get cake and ice cream, and I was like, went straight to the cookies. I was like, does this have nuts in it? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, well, okay, I'm just gonna risk it because I'm sure it won't be too bad if I ate a peanut. Maybe I'll just have a stomach ache, but that's really it, right? Man, I was wrong. But what happened was, after I ate the cookie, my dad and sister came back before I ate the cookie. So after we ate the cookie, let me think. So immediately, like 5 minutes after I got done eating the entire cookie, mind you, the cookie was like this big. Like, I'm not sure if you guys, for the people who are listening, just think about it as it like a 3-inch size cookie and a 4-inch wide cookie. But anyways, so after I ate the cookie, literally like 5 minutes after I got done eating that cookie, my stomach started hurting, and the waitress came and she was like, "I hope you guys enjoyed your food." I was like, "Oh yeah, I did, but my stomach is hurting," and my dad was thinking that everything was gonna be okay. I was just, oh, the combination of food, it was just so much for me. I ate a lot of food, so I thought, I was gonna be okay, right? And so then I kept complaining. I was like, "Dad, my stomach's hurting, like something isn't right." And so we're in the car driving back to our house, and my dad was like, "Oh, this is kind of scary. I hope you didn't eat anything that had peanuts in it." And I was like, "I'm not sure. All I ate was a cookie." And my dad was like, "I hope you didn't have any nuts in it, cause this will be a 911 situation." And so then I was like, I was pretty much. I think at that point I knew that if I ate any type of nut, I was going to pretty much die. And I did not die. Thank you for wondering, for asking if I died or not. I did not die. If I did, I don't think I would be here. And but pretty much, anyways, I was like, I told my sister and brother, I was like, guys, if I die, I just want to let you guys know that I love you so much, and that I'll always remember you wherever I go. Hopefully, I went to heaven if I was to die at that young age. Pretty sure I would. I'm an innocent child. I literally don't cuss at all, and oh, never mind. Anyways, I'm getting so off topic right now. But anyways, so I was like telling them, I was like, guys, I hope I don't die. And if I do, I just want to let you guys know that I remember you and I love you. And yeah, everything. My stomach was still hurting. And then we went to bed. I'm pretty sure, and everyone was okay. My stomach was still hurting. Kind of calmed down just a little bit though. And what happened was after that, I went to. I woke up. I woke up at like 1 a.m. and my entire body was just covered in rashes and bumps, and it was so scary. I was like, what the heck is happening to me? I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like shaking, and then my dad heard me woke up because I'm pretty sure I screamed at that point. My dad came in the room, he saw, and then he was like, oh my gosh, I'm calling 911 right now. He waked up my sister, he waked up my brother. I'm pretty sure my brother called 911. And my dad, he went to go get an EpiPen. If you guys don't know what an EpiPen is, it's the thing you use to calm an allergic reaction. And he just stabbed it into my knee. No, my thigh, actually. He stabbed it into my thigh. It was painful. I hate needles. I still do. I hated needles, and I still do. And what happened was after that, 911 got called, and I was in my pajamas, and my Lego Superman and Batman pajamas, and I went into, let me think. I went into a fire truck where they saved pretty much my life there, and what happened was after that, my brother, no, yeah, my brother was no, okay, I'm confusing you guys right now. Okay, and myself too. So what happened was the firemen came to our house. I was like next to the front door with my family, just cried and like freaking out over me, like, cause they thought I was gonna die, and I was like, oh shoot, like, is this really how I'm going to die? Like, I have so much things I wanted to do, and I never got to do them. Well, now I am. But anyways, uh, the firefighters came. They picked me up. They walked me to the ambulance. The ambulance and the fire truck where I laid in there with my brother, literally holding my hand, telling me that everything was gonna be okay. My dad and sister were in our van that we used to have, and they were following the fire trucks behind them. And so then after that, we went into the emergency room, and pretty much the rest from that, it's like a foggy memory. I do remember, like, I kept sleeping a lot. What I do remember is that I got out of the hospital around like 4 a.m. So I was like in the hospital for like a couple hours, and luckily I was still okay. The doctor told me I was going to be okay and that I was actually going to live. And if my dad didn't use the EpiPen, I wouldn't be here. My heart is beating right now because it's actually kind of scary to think about. Like, and if my dad never called 911, or my brother never called 911, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be sitting in my room with a $700 camera. And oh my gosh, this is getting so emotional for me. And I'm already recording over the limit, but I don't care at this point. I'm just pouring my heart out right now. But anyways, yeah, that's what happened, and here I am. And then there's a second story. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make that a part two. Maybe I'm gonna do the second story a part two. That's gonna be uploaded next week, guys. And I'm sorry I wait, how long have I? I've been filming for like 9 minutes now. So, yeah, guys, that is how I almost died, and that's my near-death experience. And yes, the same thing happened to me again, except it was a little bit of a twist. But that's gonna be in a later episode. So yeah, that's gonna be like, I don't know, maybe next week's episode it'll be how I almost died part 1, and then how I almost died part 2. Yeah, guys, that is it for today's podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and thank you so much for the feedback that you guys have been giving me. You guys really seem to like these podcasts, and I can't wait to see how far I expand this podcast. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And part 2 will be uploaded next week, Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Make sure you guys stay tuned. And yeah, how I almost died for the second time. This time's going to be in 2019. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, that is it for today's episode. Alright, peace.